I have been a practicing pagan witch for over 10 years now. The Wheel of the Year is not just a set of celebrations and holidays to honor the changing of the seasons. It is a framework for creating magic and manifesting the life that you want. At Yule, it is the rebirth of the sun when we move from the darkest day of the year starting to get lighter. We are touching on it at each spoke of the wheel. We are going to plant it. Hey friends, it's me, Shannon. While I create this sketchbook spread with alcohol markers and gel pens, I want to tell you about how I follow the Wheel of the Year and why I'm making workbooks for anyone who wants to walk it with me. For those of you who may not be aware, I have been a practicing pagan witch for over 10 years now, and I am also an initiated Ghanarian Wiccan. It's interesting because I hear a lot of talk in our community about the Wheel of the Year and how people don't, it's a Wiccan thing, it's not a Wiccan thing, it's a seasonal thing, it's not a seasonal thing, it works for some people, it doesn't work for other people, blah, blah, blah. And I just want to share my viewpoint on it because I think that my take on it is a little bit different. And while it is tied very closely to my Wiccan tradition, I think that it goes deeper than that. A lot of people think of the Wheel of the Year as something that just follows the seasons of the year, right? And what's happening in the different seasons of the year. And so that it doesn't feel connectable. Is that a word? It's not easy to connect with if you don't live somewhere that has 4 seasons. I hear this argument a lot, and usually it's tied to let's celebrate this Sabbath because of this season or whatever. And I really think that there's a larger conversation that is being missed, or a larger opportunity that is being missed in these conversations. And that is that the Wheel of the Year is not just a set of celebrations and holidays to honor the changing of the seasons. It is a framework for creating magic and manifesting the life that you want. And I find this part of it missing from most conversations. And so I just want to share a little bit about how looking at the Wheel of the Year through this lens of creating magic has completely changed the way I look at the Wheel of the Year. And shout out to my high priest and high priestess, because they are really the ones guided me in this direction. So for me, the Wheel of the Year, for me, it starts at Yule. A lot of people say that Samhain or Halloween is the witch's new year, and that's when the new year starts. And if that's how you see it, I'm not here to tell you that's wrong, because everybody's path is their own. But for me, Samhain really is a time, we're entering the darkest part of the year, a time for us to release. And that is not the beginning for me. It is preparation for the beginning. You're letting go of things. But Yule, I feel, and in my practice, Yule is the beginning of the year. It is the rebirth of the sun. And you can take that in a spiritual sense, which is how I see it. It is the rebirth of the god. But it is also Yule, wherever you are in the world, the winter solstice, right? In the southern hemisphere, the winter solstice is in June. And in the northern hemisphere, the winter solstice is in December. But at Yule, it is the rebirth of the sun. It is when we move from the darkest day of the year to the days starting to get lighter and grow. No matter where you are at, that is happening, even if it's a very tiny change. To me, Yule is the time where we plan. We plan for what we want to see, what we want to manifest in the upcoming year. And it is a season. It's not just one day. It's a season. So over this season, we are thinking about and we are planning for what we want to manifest. And then we're going to take that thing that we want to manifest and we are going to keep going back to it every single Sabbath. And we are going to work on it every single Sabbath. This is what I think is often missing in conversations regarding the Wheel of the Year, at least in the ones that I've heard. Maybe this is not new. Maybe there's a whole other portion of the community out there talking about it, and that is awesome. But it's not something that is often talked about in the conversations that I hear about the Wheel of the Year. I am creating a workbook for each Sabbath. I have an autumn equinox and a Samhain workbook that you can download for free if you sign up for my free Substack, which is my email list, right? If you sign up for my free Substack, you can get access to this free Samhain workbook and autumn equinox workbook. The Samhain one is preparation for Yule, and I will be putting my Yule workbook out sometime around Yule. I'm currently working on it. Anyways, so I'm going to be putting out this Yule workbook, and then I will be creating a new workbook for each spoke of the wheel. All right. And they will be available in my Etsy store, which will be linked in the description. So you can keep checking back there for it. I will also send out a newsletter when it is available. In this workbook, we will be working through what we want to bring in to our lives and manifest in 2026. All right. So Yule is for planning. And then we move into Immel, or Feast of Torches, or February Eve, whatever you want to call it. This is where we are going to start tilling. So while the language around the Wheel of the Year follows seasons and planting, right? We're not talking about necessarily what's actually happening outside of our windows or what's happening in our gardens. We're talking about the magic that we are working, all right? The intention that we have set, the things that we want to manifest for the year. And we are not changing them every Sabbath. We are sticking with that one and we are working it over the course of a year to see how we can manifest it and bring it into our lives. And we are touching on it at each spoke of the wheel. So we're going back to it over and over again. We are going to plant it. We are going to fertilize it. We are going to tend it. We are going to harvest it, right? All of those things are happening as we work throughout the year. And my workbook is going to have all sorts of things crammed into it, from rituals that you can do to lots and lots of journaling. There will be tarot spreads. There will be creative ideas. There will be lore behind that particular Sabbath. And I would love to have anyone that would like to walk this year with me join me. All right. The Yule workbook is not available just yet. I'm still working on it. Although by the time this video goes out, it may be available. You can check the link to my Etsy store in the description. And if you're not sure about it, you don't know what this is all about, you can always, like I said, sign up for my free Substack and get access to all of my freebies, right? So you get my free Samhain workbook, you get my free autumn equinox workbook. I also have a set of Procreate brushes. I have a font. There's a coupon code for my Etsy store that you get. I create free things and I just throw them in there. I don't think that the way that I work the wheel is revolutionary in any stretch of the imagination, but I do recognize that in conversations that I hear about it, I don't often hear people talk about how the wheel can be used to create and work your magic. I think that this is a glaring oversight because I personally feel that's what it's really about. That's what the Wheel of the Year is really about. That's the purpose of it. And like I said, I would love to have you join me. If you are interested in that, check it out. The Wheel of the Year is for creating magic. So I hope that you enjoyed watching me create this cute little alcohol marker print in my sketchbook while talking and rambling about my thoughts on the Wheel of the Year and how we can use it to manifest the life that we want to live. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. I hear that it actually helps things out quite a bit. And if you are a little bit hippie and a little bit goth, a little bit witchy, you like art, plants, cats, opinionated, rambling women, you like Gen X, you like 80s, 90s nostalgia, any of those things, please join me. Subscribe if you're interested. I would love to have you back. All right. Thanks so much for joining me. I love you. You matter. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you.